Could these scientists end up switching off gravity? And if they do, what would happen to us? Well, this sure sounds interesting and possibly scary as well. A team of researcher scientists may be on the cusp of switching off gravity itself as part of a bid to develop warp drive travel. The physicists are attempting to harness the power of quantum entanglement. It's a bizarre force which allows one particle to talk to a mirror particle even if it's on the other side of the universe. Can you imagine? Quantum entanglement is also believed to control gravity. And that interfering with or switching off this entanglement could be the key to traveling mind-blowing distances in a fraction of a 0 second. However, some fear interfering with gravity could lead to the kind of universal catastrophe thus far only seen in science fiction books. Gravity has been seen as a basic force of the universe since Isaac Newton's Philosophiae Naturalis Principiae Mathematica, which was written published in 1687, but its causes are only now beginning to be understood. Jeremy Rees is the founder and CEO of Hoover Brothers. It's a research team looking at building a real working warp drive. The team have built on top secret work carried out by Boeing's Phantom Works in the early part of the century, which attempted to create anti-gravity. But Mr. Rice now believes advances in quantum understanding and his team's revolutionary Phoenix theory will make a particular Star Trek-like warp drive a reality within the next 20 years. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. Of course, most of us are familiar with warp drive from Star Trek movies. Now, step 1, he says, is to float rocks, quote unquote. He said, right now, in mainstream physics, there is a massive revolution about to take place. Quantum entanglement somehow holds the key theory to quantum gravity, and the physics community is about to discover how gravity really works. If quantum entanglement holds the key to quantum gravity, the best way to test that theory is to shut off quantum entanglement and see what happens to gravity, and that's exactly what we are planning to do, and we now have a working theoretical basis on which to build and achieve it. Project Hoover is the pursuit of warp drive technology, and the road to warp speed is paved with antimatter. So we're talking about antimatter here. That's terrible, obviously, I believe. So he says, using Phoenix theory, we intend to completely reshape the world of physics with a whole new understanding of the true nature of gravity and develop revolutionary technologies in the process. He says the race is on because the first group to come up with a correct theory of quantum gravity via quantum entanglement will not only reveal the secret mechanism by which gravity operates, they will also be able to turn it off and discover how to freely manipulate its direction and magnitude at will. That's frightening, isn't it? We are on the verge of one of the most incredible breakthroughs in physics since Einstein, he says. He says this new discovery promises to usher in a new golden age of technologies beyond our wildest dreams. So explaining the extremely complex technology, he added that historically the atom was thought to be the most basic indivisible block of matter. Later it was found atoms were composed of protons and neutrons, which were then found to be composed of quarks. The Phoenix team believes they have discovered the internal makeup of quarks and have named them vertex. Mr. Rice said, the universe, its space-time fabric and its matter content is tied together by basic vertex combinations that evolve through the web of entangled information exchanges. Since Phoenix decodes the evolution of entanglement, gravity can thereby be reduced or enhanced, turned on or turned off through technology. I mean, this is frightening. He says vertices are the most basic building blocks of the universe and what we should now be calling atoms. He says if quantum entanglement holds the key to quantum gravity. The best way to test that theory is to shut off quantum entanglement and see what happens to gravity, and Phoenix theory has now given us a working theoretical basis on which to build and achieve just that. It's time for us to step away from the blackboard and get into the laboratory. He says we are now at a pivotal moment for demonstrating Phoenix and its capabilities. The team are using an open source platform for the technology, but are looking for investors and backers. This is by Lara DeVille, Express UK, Unbended Reality. What do you think about this? They aim to turn it off to see what happens, God forbid. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.